All right, hello. This is Don for another episode of Musical Relativity. So, this lesson is going to be specifically to my buddy, dear friend that is studying bass. And so, if it sounds like I'm speaking personally, I am, but I'm posting this, and then other people can look at it. Hopefully you learn something. There's not enough bass players, so learn to play the bass. If you have any questions, you can write to me. You can respond, and if you like it, don't forget to put the thumbs up or subscribe. It's humbling to see people subscribe. So anyway, all right. So I'm going to start here with the C scale. My friend is working on the tune "Fly Me to the Moon." I'm going to play that in C, which I believe it's usually played in the real book. It would be found in the key of C. So look, and you can look at some of my previous videos on finding the notes, finding the scale, playing the scale. Well, whatever the scale is, you're going to use this pattern. Now, for the most part, when you get up higher up here in the neck, you'd have to deviate a bit. But again, I've already kind of worked through that in previous videos. So in this, I'm playing the key of C. So I'm just going to find my C here. And that's my 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Back to the octave. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's all the notes. That's all the notes. Remember, if you're a bass player, you're not playing chords. You're playing the roots and the fives, and you can deviate out of that. So the first thing you gotta have is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. And use your ear. 1. It's not a piano where you can just hit a button and you get the note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. And that's an important part of developing as a bass player, is being able to hear the notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is what you have to use. If you're staring here and you're looking at your hand, that ain't working. It's more of a distraction because you're not listening, you're looking at your hand. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now let me say here, I didn't go to Berkeley. I'm not a Berkeley cat, but I'm using these techniques that I've developed over my years of playing music and various instruments. So okay, so here's my scale. Now, how am I going to practice it? Well, look. It's the right hand. I don't care what instrument, guitar, fiddle, banjo, you name it, piano too. It's the right hand that that makes the music, that puts the drive in. And people, this gets left behind because people are more fixated on where their finger is. I'd rather have a bass player that was playing where they were supposed to be playing rather than what they're supposed to be playing, because there's variations. If you listen to any bass player, that's why you can't have two bass players playing at the same time. All right, so how would you practice this? So again, you could, that double slap, and people can say, well, I don't want to play like that. I don't hear. Yeah, because you got to put the rhythm into your hand. You can't like sit here with your hand like a wet noodle. It's not going to communicate anything. I don't care if you're playing the right notes. It's going to be like a sack of wet dough. Just plop. It's like shake hands with somebody. It's like, oh, hi, my name is, oh, don't hurt me. It's like you know, you want to communicate something. You're not trying to break someone's hand, but you're not putting your hand in so when they squeeze it, your fingers get all smushed up. It's a similar idea. The bass establishes the one, and if this is weak and wimpy and uncertain, that communicates. So, okay, so here's. I'm just on the one here. One. Now, why am I saying one instead of C? Because if I was here in B, I can use the same pattern, right? And this is how you should practice it. You should put a metronome on 60. Again, just like I laid out in my video, or the previous videos, and practice like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I would suggest to set it like an alarm. Do this for 10 minutes. You could change key. Put a little out of the. And use your ear. So we're playing in C. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And make that a part of your routine. Because you're developing your hand, you're developing the coordination between the two hands. That comes before trying to play this song or that song. Songs are just, again, they're distractions. Oh, I worked on this. I memorized this. And then you go, you get bored with some song and you're playing some other song. And you go back to, it's like, oh, do you play this one? I used to play it, but I forgot it. It's like you want to get the progressions down. Now, this is the scale. This is not the progression of Fly Me to the Moon. Fly Me to the Moon starts on the 6. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, fly. Now I'm not gonna just stop with fly me to, and you can, but first get this, fly me, and remember the 5's right next to it. Fly me to the moon. Boom, let me play among the one. Right, so 6, I'll use that 6, 2, 5, 1. I'll stop that. Let's do this. 6, 2. Now is 5, 1. Why am I playing it like this? Well, this is the same thing without the off double. 6, 2, 5, 1, to the 4, to the 4, to the 7, to the 3, to the 6. Boom. In other words, hold my hand. Boom. Back to the 6. In other words, 2. to the one, boo, ba, da, ba. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. Boom, boom. In other words, and that tune repeats. So you got a 6 2 5 1. 6 2 5 1. Right, so you get that 6. And you know how many songs, tunes have 6 2 5 1s? So learn those progressions. 6 2 5 1 2 5 1. When I the 2 5 of the 7, if you don't know what or 2 5 of the 6, which is also in there. If you don't know what that is, again, you can go and look at some of my previous videos. You can write to me. This is not a video on how to play Fly Me to the Moon. It kind of is, but the main point of this is to get this right hand. So to fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars, let me see what, and you can put those hits in the moon. In other words, please be true. So recap, you got to get this. And that puts the syncopation into your hand. Without syncopation, you cannot play jazz. You can't really play much. You're not really going to be an effective bass player or musician if you're not syncopated. And so many people I see play like they're all bound up. And for anybody that's heard me talk about playing in 2, I am playing in 2. I'm playing 1 2 4. I'm not talking about how music is written in a key signature or a 4/4 time. I'm talking about the feel of it. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 bomb. In other words, I lost my place. They've learned to the moon. Let me play among the stars. Let me see what 1 2 1 2 boom. In other words, please be to 1 2 1 2. In other words, I love you. Boom, boom, bum, boom, boom. All right. Gotta get that.